Oh, no, that's not clever at all, Shatner.
No, but funny. No, I didn't think that either. You laughed at it. You laughed in the back of your head or in the room, and I went in for a laugh. I mean, you must realize that right from the beginning, those are the boundaries, those are the...
You do anything for that?
Yeah.
Why is that? A serious actor like yourself?
We get into the deep question immediately. A serious actor doesn't mean you take yourself seriously.
Do you take yourself seriously?
No, I don't.
Do you consider what you do serious work?
I'm serious about my work, whether it's comedy or whether it's
tragedy or whatever. Okay. Now let me ask my question just again before we take a break.
Okay.
The people around you, close to you, do they take your work to be serious work? Do they admire you?
You want to go out on my answers, or you want to wait for my answer and come back?
I want to go out on your answer.
Yeah.
You got it. We'll be back in a moment. You'll feel Shatner. One of the things I read about you which fascinates me, that very early on, it was described, correct me if I'm wrong, so coming from a close-knit family, you enjoyed acting because you learned you could make people cry. Is that true? Did you say that once?
I think so.
Tell me about that.
When I was very young, going to camp in the Laurentian Mountains, which is in Canada. Part of the Appalachian chain. I acted in a camp play when I was 6. I made the audience cry totally inadvertently. I was so involved in the particular thing that I was doing that when I came through, the audience was applauding and crying. And I was the source of all attention. And that pleased me in my 6-year-old state. And that was the first encouragement stroke that I got as an actor. And from that moment on, I had a little niggling feeling of some power.
Some power
over an audience to be able to control those emotions.
Okay. When you decided to become an actor, this is it. I'm going to be an actor. No doctor, lawyer, merchant. For me, I'm going to be an actor. How did Mom and Dad respond to that?
My father literally sat back on the edge of the bed. I remember standing, he sat down. Presumably this was what he dreaded was happening. I said to him, I decided that I really must give this a try. And he said, but. And I said, no, I really have to. Very difficult moment for both of us.
How old were you then, Bill?
I was in my 3rd year of college, so...
2021?
Yeah,
and he said what? He clocked back on the bed?
Well, he wrestled with that for a while. I mean, in terms of days or weeks or something like that. And I think also he saw me in something. I had this vague recollection that he saw me in something in Montreal that made him say, he's not going to be what he referred to as a hanger-on. You know, all the people in the show business are hanger-on. Those are people who, I suppose, weren't serious. I think he knew us in the humor or something.
So he supported you? He said.
No, I don't recall him supporting me. I don't think he supported me. He never gave me some money. I think he gave me some money, in effect, a token amount of money to see off. And said, if you change your mind, don't be too prideful to come back. I mean, don't think that now you've cast your lot. You come back and try something more serious. And that very serious. And so everything was fine. And I went off to Ottawa and Toronto and Stratford.
And a very illustrious training career. Why do I have somehow in my notes or some kind of recollection, so this is obviously incorrect, that your father economically said, that's it, I cut you off?
Well, he never said that. Well, he never cut you off. What he did say was, you've got to make your own money.
Okay.
That is. I in the first 5 years as an actor, after I graduated from college, I was making, I forgot, like $45 a week or something, but enough so that I had to be without something to get something. I had to do without a movie, to do my laundry. I had to do without eating breakfast if I wanted to go to, buy a gift. My budget in my one-room rope mattress in Toronto, and all the food you could eat for $2 at a restaurant at night. I mean, I was pushing that budget around for 5 years as a beginning actor.
You ever think of quitting?
I guess I must have.
I don't recall that intense.
I don't recall the intense feeling of this is too much. I was overwhelmed in those early years with loneliness rather than with lack of work. Because once I started, Toronto was very difficult not to crack. There were ensconced actors in a smallish community, and very difficult to get in. But once you were in, it was sort of a solidity, and now you were part of the establishment, and you made the rounds of the radio and TV work. So although it didn't pay well, you were working with some consistency in those years.
What's the loneliness?
The loneliness is not knowing anybody, and as hard as it was to break into the acting world, it was harder to break into the social world. And by social world, I mean just a person that was movies with, so, to hug. And that was very difficult.
You didn't have anybody to hug?
No, I couldn't get. But,
let's get back to the moment with Bill Shatner. Now, I want to jump a lot of years with you. I'd like you to tell me a little bit, if you would, Bill, about the years following the conclusion of the Star Trek series. And where is William Shatner in those times?
Well,
I believe he's gone off the air at this point.
He's gone off the air, and
maritally, fatherly, career-wise, and particularly in the mind.
I was divorced in that year, and that shattered my life, and ripped my children away from me. And it broke me financially, completely, right back to square one. So those years, quite a number of years in the 70s, found me struggling to make a living.
You were really broke?
I tried to cash a $15 check. That's broke. I go back to the beginning again. And so I went out doing stocks. But that very summer, the series ended.
Let's get something clarified. You had three children, 3 daughters.
Right.
Your wife, former ex-wife, gets custody of the 3 kids and child support payments.
And alimony.
And Shatner has no family and marriage bills. So he's feeling wonderful, high-spirited, and just rather...
I was back to being on my own again. And I had to support my family that was now removed. So I went to work. Much as everybody who, as a ditch digger, would go to work, then now I go to work. I became a willing dervish of an actor. On the road 2/3 of the year. My accountant one time said, you realize you were out on the road for like 300 days out of a year. One time, 1 year. I went and did stock. I did anything that I opened, literally opened supermarkets, cut ribbons, everything, personal appearances, everything.
What's the mood in those times, Phil?
Absolute desperation. Anger? Yeah, anger. But I remember just overwhelming thing was desperation. I had to make a living. And not for me, I felt. Perhaps that was somewhat unrealistic, I don't know. Looking back, I had come out of those 5 earlier years of wondering whether I'd work again every time I finished a job. That's the actor's mode. Will I ever get another job? Will I ever work again? Every actor feels it, no matter how big a star that actor is, or how immersed the actor is in and continuing show, will I work again? That is, I read the tragedies of men out of work, and the rest of their life, and I see, I've talked to people, I've seen on television, what their frame of mind is. An actor is in that frame of mind most of the time.
And what's the feeling? Can you capture the feeling from your girl of being desperate?
Desperate, you're
an articulate guy.
You're walking the floors at night, wondering, how am I going to pay those bills? Walking the floor at night and saying, what happened to me and my career and my life? Inability to sleep. Deep depression, the weight on your heart that right here, like my microphone. And something that'll never go away. And in effect, I think, looking back, I was grieving, and I needed a period of grief time.
Were you involved in your daughter's lives all those times? You didn't lose touch with them?
No, I was there always. Okay. Either my phone or there.
Yeah.
No, that was the ring thing I didn't allow to get away. But there was a third one. I was back east doing some stuff, and I had bought a truck with a cab behind it in order to save money. Now, this is a kind of foreign play, and you come and see it on a summer's evening. And I had told that I was arriving by camper because it was convenient. But in fact, it was because it was cheaper, and I was saving every dollar I could. And I camped right beside the gate door.
And this was William Shatner, the Captain Kirk of Star Trek. Right. He's been in here a few years. He's been 2 years.
That's right. And then, well, the season was over. I think that might have been a year or two after the end of Star Trek. And I had to get to Los Angeles for a meeting with my kids. I didn't think occasion was happening, but I had to get back there. I had 5 days to get there. So I drove with my dog, alone in the truck, 5 days, continuously. I dragged one close at a rest area along the highway and keep going. And every day I'd make 2 calls. One was to my agent who said, don't call me every day. And the other was to Los Angeles. I called New York and called Los Angeles and talked to my kids. And I was on my first day out, my agent said, the Kennedy wants you to attend an affair in the next 3 days, like 3 days ahead of 3 days hence. And I said, I can't make it. And he said, they don't understand. Rose Kennedy wants me to do it, and they'll send a jet for you wherever you are. I can't go. He said, well, call me tomorrow. And I'm driving on. I call him. I said, I'm coming, Daddy's coming. They won't take no for an answer. They want you to do it, and they'll send, and wherever you are, they'll send the jet, and they want. I can't make it. Now, by this point, my voice is hoarse with fatigue, and I call, Daddy's coming, don't you worry. I can tell you. And I finally get to Albuquerque about the 3rd or 4th day, and the event is now taking place, which I am not going to. When I realized that my vision was such a tunnel vision, my view of things was such a tunnel vision that what I could have done was said, yes, have them send a jet word to Chicago. I'll drive to Chicago and I'll be parking underneath them there. Have a jet take me to Los Angeles to see my kids, for the occasion that I needed. Turn around, come back and take me to wherever the affair was, if it's going to be wanting me to do that. But I didn't know how. I could not find safety.
When the economic times get better then for Bill Shatner, and
they got better slowly over a period of 10 years. And things haven't been better. And I met, during those years, I met Marcy, who became my wife, who saved my life, I think. And
how so?
She brought me love, and I allowed her to love me. She allowed me to love her. It's very facet. She's just by me.
Was it difficult with her in those times?
Very.
Angry?
Oh, yeah. more frequently. My anger is bad. It's one of the problems.
It's fester than you?
I could say it's
Does it come out in sports? I know you're a hunter. Was a hunter. You're a hunter.
I used to hunt with a bow and arrow, but I don't hunt anymore. I have a feeling about life that I didn't have before.
This is what, though?
The perception that life is unique and it's not for us to. It's not out, no matter what the form.
You with an animal in the jungle, a Kodiak bear in Alaska, or a guy named Shatner in a Booth apartment someplace, huh?
I guess.
Back in a moment, then. It's more of William Shatner. That's just a question I'd like to ask.
I'm going to die.
No, sadly, I have to end this conversation with you. Oh, no, you're not going to die for a long, long time. You have too much strength. And you're awfully serious. If you look back over the years of your life, what do you think are the important personal conquerings which you've made? The personal triumphs that you reflect on, that you've gotten over this, or you've managed that, or whatever?
I've brought my kids up well, with the age and abductions, perhaps the total 50s of my kids. But my children have turned out extraordinarily well. Healthy, happy, functioning, ambitious, bright, elastic children. That's one. I've slowly become a better actor over the years. I don't have any moments of self-satisfaction. And on the one hand, that's good, because any artist who is driven drives himself further to do better. With self-satisfaction comes anger. And for someone who's getting older, that's not all bad, language. I haven't gotten that yet. I don't know whether I ever will. I have enjoyed this conversation very much. You are a most interesting man, and I do hope we have a chance to resume this conversation sometime in the very near future. I mean that very sincerely, sir. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Bill Shatner. Thank you for joining Bill Shatner and me. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you the next time. Thank you, Bill.